Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard, welcome back, or welcome home completely. And as always, completely dependent on where you are in relation to these energies, these messages this week, and basically this everything, because it's your story, right? You're telling it. So this is Weekly What's Up for the 25th of July through the 31st of July, 2022. There's a lot going on this week. We have a Leo new moon on Thursday. Happens to be the same day. Jupiter moves retrograde. We have the continuous conjunction of Uranus and the North Node. Very exciting, right? That is very exciting. And this week we are in preparation for the conjunction of Mars and Uranus and the North Node next Monday, the 1st of August, at 18 degrees Taurus. Here's the deal. There's a lot of square energy this week. And we already know, if we've been paying attention, that square energy is dynamic tension energy. I think I have a whole video on it somewhere. And if you'd like a summary, it goes like this. Squares are 90-degree angle points, right? And what that means is that you have an opportunity to utilize the dynamic tension in both points of the square, as long as you're in awareness of the lessons, right? It gives you an opportunity to really energize and amplify and strengthen the energy available, right? So this is about asking where you want to balance, right? And highlight your own inner tension and your insecurities, right? That's how we balance and harmonize and create our own inner reclamation. Big deals. So let's talk about this week, Monday the 25th. We start with a Gemini moon, right? So this is about possibilities. We know that Gemini energy is about limitless possibility, having access to all the potential, all of the ideas, which leads to that Gemini tendency of bogging down in the hypercritical, right? Oh, hello, we see you, thank you. And creating a story out of available information that may or may not be actually true. So when the moon is in Gemini, really examine your feelings, right? Find out where you're feeling an actual feeling, or where you're feeling a story about a feeling. This is an important thing. So there are a couple of squares, right? Venus in Cancer squares Jupiter in Aries. Big deal, right? And we have another square of that Gemini moon. There's a lot of retrograde activity today, right? So the moon aspects both are all Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, all retrograding. So here's the deal. This is a day of like feeling versus function, okay? It's a day of possibility versus persecution. So how are you getting shit done, right? How are you managing your present with an eye to the future in terms of karma, in terms of your daily projects? The Venus and Jupiter square really is going to ask you, what are you doing versus do you have, like, what are you doing in reality versus what are you doing in ideal? Where are you witnessing real versus imagined, right? And the key here is to utilize your feelings as fuel for those visions, right? At depth, right? At depth with that moon quincunxing Pluto. At depth, seek and find your transformational potential, right? And at midday, the moon shifts into Cancer, right? Creating that mother moon mystery magic kind of energy. And it will shift your GPS, your emotional GPS, right? From that kind of air energy to that beautiful Cancer moon water energy. So be aware of that shift. Be aware of how your emotional directive is shifting and changing. On Tuesday, Cancer Moon, right? So we, again, have a lot of square energy, squares with Jupiter, squares with Chiron, and then we have Mercury in Leo squaring Mars in Taurus, right? So this is about your inner landscape and how can you deepen it or not, right? Depending on your relationship to feelings and the truth. Jupiter is going to open those doors, and it's up to you to step through, right? As the moon in Cancer conjuncts Venus, right? This is about how we create our emotional relationship to our 3D concepts of home and sensual experience. So remember that this is your experience, right? And as Mercury squares Mars, what are you experiencing? What are you learning? Where are your lessons? The moon also sextiles Mars as it squares Chiron, right? So dare to redefine, dare to redo, dare to retell your story, dare to shift your outward energy based on what you want that story to be, right? You have that power. On Wednesday, right? Still Cancer Moon. So we also have Mercury in Leo trining Chiron, right? So how are you expressing your inner healing, right? Allowing for insight and adjustment, right? As the moon sextiles Uranus, right? Which allows for those shifts and changes. You're not a static being, right? Be in motion. Be in motion with your truth. Be in motion with your clarity, right? Be in motion as yourself. That Cancer Moon is going to aspect Saturn and Neptune and Pluto, right? All retrograde. So your inner exploration and healing is available. This is an outrageously abundant healing kind of day. Do not miss the opportunity. Whatever you're doing on Wednesday, make sure that you schedule some time to sit with your heart, to sit with your innermost feelings, to sit with the place that you're in expression of those, and understand that the opportunity on Wednesday for that deep self-work it's all there. On Thursday, very early in the morning, the moon moves into Leo, right? This is out there. This is, hey, this is how I feel, right? I feel it, and it's great, and I want to tell you about it, and I want to show you it, and I want to be in it. About lunchtime, we've got a Leo new moon, right? And what that means is that the moon conjuncts the sun. This is your inner experience, your outer expression, your will and your heart, which is absolutely beautiful. Also, not long after that, Jupiter moves retrograde, right? Jupiter is the planet of expansion, amplification. It's where we turn our experience and knowledge into wisdom. So, this is a whole day of who are you? What do you believe? Where is your why? Right? How are you sourcing your wisdom? And Jupiter is retrograde until the 23rd of November. So this new moon, right, is a place marker. It's a highlighter for your opportunities for self-exploration, for self-expression, for self-definition, for self-amplification, for self-creation. Wow, hello, and we've only got one popped up, right? I like it when that happens. So this is about amplification and creation, right? We talked about that. So Mercury squaring Uranus. Tell a new story. Tell a new story, right? Wow, thank you. We'll take that too. Ooh, exciting. So tell a new story. You have the power, right? With Mercury in Leo and Uranus in Taurus. Do not limit yourself to an old story. You are being invited to step into something new. So make that happen. On Friday, Leo moon all day, squares to Mars and Uranus, conjunction to Mercury, opposition to Saturn, right? And a trine to Chiron. So this is about adjusting to the upgrades, right? Remembering that you've got this. but move slowly. Make your progress slowly and cautiously. As you tell and retell the story, focus on your routine, right? And clean up behind yourself. That means physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because it is always about minding your karma and clearing your karma. So be in mindful progress, right? Not reckless progress. On Saturday, it could be a very jarring day in terms of how it feels, right? You might have some experience with feeling inadequate, feeling insufficient, feeling inauthentic. You might feel thwarted in your experience and expression and exploration of clarity, right? That Leo moon might really have a problem with your I self, right? As we have a couple of really big quincunxes to Neptune and Pluto, both in retrograde, right? How are you unclear about your own truth? How are you unclear about your own transformation? Here's the deal. There is a lunchtime shift of the moon into Virgo, which might send you into a little internal conflict in terms of picking it apart, picking your experience apart, picking yourself apart, picking your truth apart. I would remind you that all is perfect, right? And all is perfectly revealed. Do not push this shift. Do not push your changes. Allow them. Allow them, right? Allow them. Sunday, the 31st. This is a day for calm center amid the chaos, right? We talk about this all the time. We have a Mercury opposition to Saturn in retrograde. The moon quincunxes Jupiter in retrograde. Venus in Cancer squares Chiron, right? The sun in Leo trines Jupiter in retrograde. You get the picture? So this is expressions versus what you're actually doing, right? You might want to be reckless, and you might want to second guess yourself. Well, thank you. We love that, don't we? You might really witness how your ego is in your own way. You might sit there and have that, oh my God, who have I become moment, right? Bedtime is going to bring some clarity for you because the moon in Virgo sextiles Venus in Cancer, right? This is clarity. This is how do I show up and where is my experience of home. So even if Sunday feels rocky, understand that by bedtime, you're going to be in alignment. And that's good because the next day we have that Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction, all at 18 Taurus. And we're going to be talking about that. But that's a really huge transit in terms of your inner reclamation. So keep that in mind. Let's have a conversation, okay? Oh, look at there. Yeah, I like it. Okay, on Monday, right, we've got the Lovers, we've got the Ace of Cups. This is about divinely blessed union. This is about where you are in creation of holy and sacred relationships. The Ace of Cups creates them as your own emotional fulfillment, right? We talked about this as the day of possibility or persecution, the day that you want to be mindful of your karma, of your ideal versus your accomplishment, your real life versus your imagined life, and using your feelings as fuel for your visions at depth, right? Using your feelings as fuel for your visions. Here's your key. You know what it is. It's all about your heart. It's all about what you feel. Whether it's possible or whether it feels like persecution, that's all your perspective, right? The Lovers is about choices. If you're making heart-based choices and utilizing them as your GPS, you're in business. Mind your directives, right? We have the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands on Tuesday, right? This was the day that we talked about experiencing and schooling, and are you in, right? Daring to redo, daring to redefine, how you feel in relation to your truth, right? Your inner landscape. The Three of Wands is about setting your intention based on your passion, based on your heart, based on your inspiration, and allowing it to come in, right? Three of Wands is not a chasing energy, it is an allowing energy. The Seven of Wands is about what are you defending, right? What are you defending? Are you in? Are you in alignment? Are you okay with daring to redefine? Are you okay with daring to redo? In alignment with your highest and best? That's a question. It's good to know the answer. Here we've got the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Knight of Wands is beautiful energy, right? We're allowing for insight. We're allowing for adjustments today. We're working on the fact that we are in motion. We are in motion with our truth, our clarity, that we are always adjusting and aligning, right? This is a day that healing is super available to us. We talked about this. Knight of Wands is about moving forward in alignment with your innermost passions, right? The things that get you out of bed in the morning, the juice, right? The goodness of your life, the way that you want to just stick your face in it and go. So Ten of Cups is about having created that absolutely beautiful life, understanding that bringing things to you, allowing them to come toward you and be integrated into your awareness, your life, and your experience in alignment with your passions, in alignment with what brings you contentment, satisfaction, and fulfillment, right? That's how you get there. That's how you get there. And so as we talk about this day of great healing potential, and not missing it, not letting it slip by unnoticed, this is about following your heart and knowing that no matter what it brings, right? This is the way that we move into, that we move into our contentment, our satisfaction, our joy, our bliss. It's all based on how in alignment we are with our heart's desires and how willing we are to allow things to shift. Look at, we don't have one here, or do we? And I missed it. Nope. All right, let's get one. Oh, okay. Thank you. Two of Cups, wow, and Six of Pentacles. Absolutely, this is lovely energy. So this is the day we have the new moon, right? This is the day that the moon moves into Leo, Jupiter moves retrograde, and we've got that Mercury square Uranus. So overnight, we're preparing, right, for those big questions. Who am I, right? What is my why? And how am I setting up the next 4-ish months of my life while Jupiter is in retrograde, asking me to dig deeply into my self-exploration, my self-expression, my self-definition, right? What is my new story? What is my new story? Well, here's the deal. Two of Cups, this is, again, we're talking about, right, blessed union. We're talking about heart-based divine interaction, divine connection. Now, this does not have to be lovers, but it can. This does not have to be a romantic relationship, but it can be. It can also be soulmates. It can also be friendship. It can also be a business partnership. It can also be a great friendship with your neighbor. It doesn't really matter. The key here is that it's about you showing up authentically and witnessing the other authentically in connection. Okay? Now, the Six of Pentacles, this is the minor arcana justice card. So we're talking about telling that new story, witnessing ourself, right, deeply. And so as we create justice and generosity and giving and receiving, right, we're asking, how am I in flow in my relationships with myself or with others? How am I in flow in my expression with myself or with others? How am I in flow with my definitions, with my amplifications, with my creations, with myself and with others? And if I am out of alignment, I can tell a new story. Right now I can tell a new story and shift the flow to that divine alignment. You get it? You see it, right? Shift the flow into that divine alignment. Shift the flow into that divine alignment. This is really clear messaging. It's about how you choose your tale, how you choose your action, how you choose your expression. On Friday, look, we've got the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Five of Swords is about conflict. It's about deception. It's about betrayal. Five of Wands is about posturing, where you are unwilling to give based on your own conviction, right? This is what I know to be true. This is what I believe to be true, no matter what, right? Swords are ideas. Wands are fire, right? They're fire energy. They're your action. So how are you maintaining, right, a posture based on an idea that might not be in alignment? We're adjusting today, right? Remember, Friday is a day of adjustment to these upgrades. You've got this, first of all. You've got this. You don't need to be defensive, and you don't need to stick around so stubbornly, right? Stubbornly attached to an idea. Move slowly. Tell and retell your story. Witness your routine. And remember, we're cleaning up, right? We're cleaning up. We're minding our karma. Where are the ideas that are out of alignment? Where are the things that we're holding on to just because they're in our hand and we think we should hold on to them? Mind your karma. Clear your karma, right? Clear your karma. Allow the adjustment and be gentle about it. You don't have to be fierce and ferocious with yourself in terms of how you shift and change. You just don't have to. I love this because we've got the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands following the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Listen up. Come on, that's amazing, don't you think? This is that day that we talked about. It might feel inadequate, insufficient, inauthentic. You might feel out of alignment with your clarity because you can't find your center, right? As we have that Leo moon, quincunxing both Neptune and Pluto. How are you unclear in your own truths? How are you unclear about your own transformation, right? Six of Swords is about transition, right? From ideas that are heavy or keeping you bound or keeping you in unhealthy fractal patterning to something that's absolutely beautiful. Six of Wands is victory, right? Because you've released your ideas that aren't serving you anymore. And remember that as the moon moves into Virgo, if you haven't made these transitions, you're going to have an inclination to start picking it all apart, right? But remember, it's all perfect anyway. It's all perfect and it's all perfectly revealed. Don't push it. Just allow it. Just allow it. And on Sunday, we have the beautiful Nine of Wands. No, heck no, we don't. We have the Six of Wands again. Listen, listen, listen to this. Are you kidding me? Dang, y'all. This is quite a week of progress, right? Even more so than usual. We have the Knight of Swords. So this is really being witness to your ideas shifting and changing victoriously, right? This is about being the calm center amid chaos, right? Amid the chaos of your beliefs, or even the release of your beliefs, or the transition of beliefs away from this energy of whatever you got to hold on to, right? No, I don't. I think I'm going to win here. I think I'm going to be able to release these. I think I'm going to be able to find my progress. I think I'm going to be able to find my clarity and truth and transformation. I think I'm going to be able to witness it as perfect, right? That's my victory. My heart's desire is perfect. Heck yes, it is. Absolutely. And how are you going to move forward on that? Well, maybe you're going to think about it, right? This is about, remember, we talked about it as an expression versus getting shit done. We talked about it as being reckless, but maybe even second guessing, right? Witnessing, who have I become? Who have I become? Take a moment, right? Where's my big ego? But who have I become as a result of my journeys and transitions with that ego work? Who have I become? Guess what? It's perfect no matter what it is. And remembering that this week of transition, this week of challenge, this week of finding those squares is in preparation for Mars, Uranus, Neptune, or Mars, Uranus, North Node conjunction the following day on this Monday of that week after, right? Refuse to step down. Here's the deal. Refuse to step down is all about finding your place, finding your voice, finding your foundation. And then refusing the tendency or the compulsion to jump backwards and hand up somebody else, right? This understands that here I am and I am resourced in this way. Allow me to give to you, but I don't have to jump down there with you because I'm maintaining my divine alignment. I'm maintaining my divine connection, right? I'm maintaining my choice as fully satisfied, fully content. And I will help you, but I will invite you. I will help you by inviting you, right? I will help you by inviting you toward your own alignment, not toward my alignment, right? We don't need any of that. Okay, so our oracle card is Mars this week, and I love this, right? It's a pretty big deal, right? I like it, especially because we have all this Wands energy. This is so great. Just reinforcing that requirement, right? Your life's passion, your heart. If you are not living from your heart, what are you doing? What are you doing, right? If you're not living from your heart, what are you doing? Here we go. Let's read about Mars. Where Venus tells you to grow from a place of calm and reserve. The energy of Mars tells you that the time for action is now because victory is at hand. This planet governs action, courage, determination, victory, and masculinity. It is associated with the Greek god Ares. Its energies also reflect the positive characteristics associated with conflict, determination, and resolve. Right. When it appears in your reading, if you have been feeling scattered lately, the energies of this card remind you that you and you alone hold the power and key to victory. If you have recently seen an opportunity to progress, do not wait. Mars tells you to act now as the energies of determination and victory are at work, and stand by your decision. Right? So I do want to add one thing, because I know that there are going to be a lot of people talking about this conjunction with Mars and Uranus in the North Node, and I will have more to say about it, but I want to tag it in right here too. Mars can be an energy of aggression and war and conflict. Mars can also be an action of service and function and increasing your output of energy for the better, right? This is Taurus energy here that Mars and Uranus and the North Node are going to conjunct in next week. And so be aware. What you're being invited to know is that you have the power to shift anything in conjunction with your capacity to create your future in the now, right? This is a week of inner reclamation in preparation for that outward push of energy. So take it as that. Move slowly and cautiously, but move with purpose. Know your why. Know what your heart's desire is. Know what feels like home, and refuse to step down, right? Big, giant blessings, guys. I love this reading. Take care.